What's up, guys? Got another blues lesson here for you. This one we're going to just break down each chord one at a time. So we're just going to start with the one chord, and we're going to do this in A. So we got blues in A. So the last lesson we talked about that pentatonic scale. You can use that over the entire progression. Okay? So this lesson we're going to talk about what you can do over just the one chord. And this way it's going to make your playing a little more mature and more calculated. You're going to be able to find a specific note that is not in this scale. Because you may notice when you're listening to some of your favorite blues players that they don't always play notes outside of that sometimes, and there's a reason for it. So we're going to talk about it in this lesson here. So the main thing you need to grasp from this lesson, if anything, is the one chord in the blues. This is standard blues, is a dominant 7 chord, and that is a major chord with a flat 7. What that means is we're playing a minor scale over a major chord. So the note we're missing is that major 3. So we can play that 3 over that 1 chord. Now it doesn't always sound good depending on what chord we're playing over top of. This is kind of the necessary information you need to know. This is called playing the changes. So you can't just kind of blindly play a scale. You need to use your ears and your intuition to know when we're going to the 1 chord, and this comes with practice and experience. Then you can play this note. Okay? So let's talk about it. The notes you really want to be aware of in this exercise is the notes in the chord. 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1. And you're going to start to sound jazzier. Now you don't have to sound jazzy, but the jazz guys are definitely hip to this stuff. So what we can do is here, let me do a little bit of a loop, just that 1 chord. So we got this, let's see here. So if I've got that loop going now, if I played this arpeggio, these are all the notes in the chord. A, C sharp, E, D, A, C sharp, E, G, A, C sharp, E, G, A. Now if I just play the minor pentatonic over it, as we discussed in prior lessons, that works always over the blues. Anytime, you don't have to worry about playing the changes, but we're missing this note here. So if I add that note, so you can hear that note's gonna sound good, and you would never know that if you didn't take the time to study a little bit and to just know what you're doing. Dominant 7 chord, that's a major chord. Not a lot of people even realize that blues is major chords with a minor scale over top of it. That's typically what's going on. And that minor 3 and that major 3 causes that tension. Okay? But you don't have to play that way. You can just play that 3 and come up with a line. Again, I'll just play a little bit with just the arpeggio. So locating that 3 right there. There it is too. that's all you need to be aware of. Now that is just over the one chord. Okay, this lesson is just pertaining to the one chord. And the best way to practice this, just go up and down the arpeggio. Just start with, you could start with one octave if you wanted to. And be aware of the scale degrees. We got 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1, flat 7, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Then maybe go 2 octaves. The next octave would be 1, 3, 5, right? Now do both. And those notes are in the chord. They're going to be very useful for improvising because they're going to ground you in the chord. They're very stable. And if you're just playing some really cool lines and you know you're playing over this A chord, you can end on those notes. They're going to give you that resolve and that resolution. And if you're just playing mindlessly, sometimes you have to fish for those notes. So using your ear is great, but you also want to know what you're doing. So hope this lesson helps. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.